Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Kathy at Attic Treasures, etc. And today it's Make Ahead Monday. So I thought what we would do together is make some washi tape. And we're just going to use tracing paper and stamps. Now you can also use stencils if you want to, but I think for this demonstration we're just going to use stamps. So I hope everyone's having a great day. So what I thought I would do was go ahead and start off with this tracing paper. There's really nothing special about this tracing paper. It's just some, oh, let me go back out. There we go. It's just some random tracing paper that I found at a thrift store. I don't think I paid very much for it, probably 50 cents or so. But anyway, so this is what I'm using. And it's 9 by 12, but for the purposes of the demo, I thought we would just go ahead and cut it down to 9 by 6, just to make it a little bit easier. So the first thing that I want to do is put on a background. And I have this little crosshatch stamp, and I have no idea where any of these stamps came from except for two that I'm going to use, because I think I just don't know where they came from. Can you see? Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go on in random spots with the background stamp and just try to cover as much as possible. It doesn't have to be totally covered. There's going to be lots of other things on here. And this particular ink that I'm using is Ranger Archival ink, vintage photo. Okay, and it doesn't matter that the stamp is more intense in some places than in others. That's totally fine. Okay, and then the next thing I want to do is add a little bit of script. So I have this little scripty stamp. Again, I have no idea where this came from. And for this one I'm using black StazOn. Mostly because I want the color to be black, and because it's easier to stamp on this large of a stamp with a bigger stamp pad. So again, just sort of random spots. Doesn't have to be perfect. Here, let me switch hands here to make it a little bit easier. Of course I drop it. Okie dokie. Now, I'm going to add another stamp. And this is just a little stamp. Can you see it? No, you can't. There you go. It's just a little stamp of a postage stamp. And I'm doing this in Salty Ocean. Just in totally random spots. I hope you can see what I'm doing. That's enough of that one. Alrighty, then I'm going to put on another little stamp, and I'm going to do this one in Distress Vintage Photo. Let's go the other way. He doesn't show up very well, but it'll be okay. Okay, so then the next one I'm going to do this little canceled stamp, and I'm using another black one, smaller. It's just black soot, archival ink, and I like to just kind of go over the areas where there was an actual stamp, just for fun. This is a fun project to do. I had to fight with my printer a little bit. I'll show you the result of that at the end. It actually kind of didn't turn out too bad. Okay, now I'm going to do the little squiggly lines. I don't know why they're separate on this stamp, but they are. That's okay. Guess it makes it more flexible. Oh, that one didn't get a canceled stamp. We'll fix it. Oh, that one didn't either. Okay, that's all right. Do that. And I did that one already. Okay. Okay. So that part's done. Now we need to add a little bit of drama. I'm going to add some flourishes. Now this one came from Bo Bunny. That I do know because I still have the packaging. This is Bo Bunny Fanciful Flourishes. And again, just some random spots. I kind of like to put it on at an angle so that when you cut through it with the, with the tape on the back, you're getting it across more than one piece of tape. Okay. All right, now I want to add some more color and something a little bit bigger. I'm going to do this rose stamp. This is one of my favorite stamps, and I wish I knew where it came from, but I just have no idea. I've had it forever and ever and ever, since my scrapbooking days. This is Worn Lipstick. I'm just kind of fitting it in randomly, kind of filling in the empty spaces if I can. I can go over here. Yeah, it is gorgeous out today. My husband's been outside digging up a wisteria. I don't know if you've ever had a wisteria plant before, but man, they take over and you can't get rid of them. So I think we're going to be fighting this one. It keeps attacking the house, and I wish, it was in a place where it could be controlled, but it keeps attacking the house, and we go out there and there are like these sinister vines reaching for the house and underneath the siding. It looks like something out of a horror movie. And it's never bloomed. So, I mean, why keep it? Probably has never bloomed because we have to keep cutting it back to keep it from, hurting the house. It was kind of funny because when we first bought this house, it was really long and it had been taken down where it was going across the top of the porch. And I remember seeing it laying there, and I said, oh, that's wisteria, because a house that I lived in California had wisteria growing across the porch. And it was a rental, and I was, you know, young and didn't really know anything. So I didn't know how damaging it could be. So it bloomed and was really pretty, but you know, I didn't know anything then. So I was pretty excited when I saw that we had wisteria. Okay, so then the last one that I want to do is this other flourish stamp from Bo Bunny, and then this is Evergreen Bough. And let's see. And we're just giving it a little pop of color in spots. And when you're doing this, you can do as much or as little as you like. You can do a grunge theme, or you know, this one's going to be a little bit more vintagey. So, but you can do anything you want. And the nice thing is that you're going to have washi tape that you made yourself. And I am a big DIY fan. Okay, I'm going to dry this off real quick. Just to make sure before I turn it over and put tape on the back. I'm not going to smudge everything. And then I'll show you a couple of other ways that I made it. Okay, let's give that a second. And while that's drying, we'll set that off to the side. Show you some others. So here's one that I made earlier today. Can you see it? And what I did, I've already got tape on the back, and I started putting this red tape on, but I really like this red tape for other things. It's a little bit stronger, so I didn't really want to use all of that red tape. So I pulled out some of this tape that I got at the dollar store. It's from the Crafter's Square, and it's pretty good and a nice thickness, or a nice width rather. So what I did is I put it all on the back, and because it's so narrow, you can go ahead and take off a strip of 3 together, or 1 together, or 2 together, or however wide you want your piece of washi tape to be for your journal. So you're not limited just to one line of tape, I guess. So you can, you know, it's nice and versatile. So I actually like this width of the tape, because I can take off as much or as little as I want. The other thing that I wanted to do with this was to make a copy of it onto a full sheet of sticker paper, adhesive sheets. And so I did that, and this is the color it came out. I'm just like, something's wrong with my printer. It's all blue and green. And you know, honestly, I'm not all that unhappy with it, but we decided that the printer head needed to be cleaned, so did that. And then the other thing that you can do, if you saw my video on playing with inks and making backgrounds, this is one of the ways that you can use the backgrounds, is putting some extra stamps on them and some script and stuff like that, and then putting the double back tape on the back, and then you've got pieces of washi tape just to use whenever you want. And I really like these a lot. Okay, one more thing that I did is I took some wallpaper, started out like this, and I went ahead and used basically the same stamps but a little bit different color palette, and covered these with stamps, made these pieces. And I didn't cover the whole back with washi tape, with double back tape. Basically all I did was do a few pieces, and then that leaves the rest that I can use in journals as pockets, or I can use my punch and punch pieces out, or whatever I want to do with it. So it doesn't take the ink quite as well. I mean, you can't even hardly see the red flowers because it just didn't take the ink as well. It's a totally different surface. So, but that's okay. I still like it, and I think it'll work out well for the different uses I can use with it. Okay, so you can see that this is still kind of wet. I don't know if you can tell, but the ink is still kind of wet. So I don't really want to turn it over and do anything with it yet. And I don't really want to bore you too much with just drying and drying and drying. But you can see kind of how it came out on this one. Basically the same thing. So we'll call it a video, and let me know if you try this. Oh, think about other things too. Like you could use stencils. You could even do fabric. Let's see, I grabbed some fabric here, and I just tried printing on it stamping on it, and it came out okay, but there are a lot of dark spots on the fabric, so I didn't put any tape on the back. But I do like the way this part looks with the stamping on it. So think about even using things like that, lighter color fabrics, do some stamping on it with script or whatever, and then putting the double back tape on the back, and then you've got ready to go washi. Oh, one other thing too is I took some book page and put some stamps on the book page as well. So there are so many ways that you can make washi tape, or I guess washi is sort of a brand name, but you can use what you have and make beautiful embellishments for your journals without really spending a lot of money. Just use what you have. All right, well, have a great day, everybody. I hope this was fun and useful for you. And if it was, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you think you'll try something like this. And if you do, please post it on Instagram and tag me, Attic Treasures, etc. It's attic_treasures_, etc. But I think it'll just automatically come up. So thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.